Hare Krishna, everyone. The London College of Vedic Studies welcomes you to a very special live episode tonight. Tonight we feel very fortunate to have with us a special guest. And as you can see, he's a Swami. Swami means renounced monk, senior monk. And he travels the world to preach the principles of Bhakti Yoga. He's been a devotee for over 30 years. Ladies and gentlemen, His Holiness Bhakti Rasayana Sagar Swami.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
How are you today?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How do you find London?
As always, very inspiring.
Okay, nice. So I've heard that you are running a seminar, you're giving a seminar on the topic of conflicts. This seminar is happening this next Saturday at the London College of Vedic Studies. And we would like to have a little conversation with you right now and just to find out more and take the chance to invite everyone interested in joining the seminar on Saturday morning. The seminar is entitled Life Without Conflicts. And I think in today's world, we all experience so many conflicts every day.
Yes.
So where does the idea of this topic come from?
Yeah, it comes from Bhagavad Gita. This is the foundational holy book of India.
Right.
And it explains the principles of living without any conflicts.
Living without any conflict.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I'm a bit puzzled because I know the Bhagavad Gita is about Arjuna, Arjuna fighting a war, and also, if I remember correctly, that war is not just any war, but it's the greatest conflict of Arjuna's life. So how do we understand the Bhagavad Gita is the book of no conflict?
Yes, that actually we are living in the world of conflicts, and externally it's not avoidable. We have to face internal and external challenges all the time. One example is given that within our bodies there are more than 2 types of different bacteria and 2,000 types of different bacteria, and many of them they can kill us. Nevertheless, we are doing quite okay because we have a very strong immunity system. So this is the idea that if we have a very strong consciousness and we have spiritual immunity system, even though we're living in the life of which is full of conflicts, we will not be affected by them.
Okay, all right. Is this a negative picture of life? You're saying that life is full of conflict. Is this an inevitably negative picture of our existence? Is it?
No, spiritual life means we are meant to be happy, but if we really want to be happy without any unpleasant surprises, we need to hope for the best, but plan for the worst case scenario.
Okay.
That's a very effective formula.
Hope for the best and to expect the worst.
Yes.
Okay. So, so you're saying that there is a formula to accept that this life is inevitably troublesome and full of conflicts, but at the same time there is a way, a formula, exactly a formula that allows us to go through this in a happy, joyful way?
Yes, of course. And Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita is the best example of that, because for an ordinary man, fighting and war is very miserable situation, but for one who is a fighter, it is very happy engagement. This is what they live for. And so if we accept the reality as it is, will not be bothered by it. So this is what Bhagavad Gita is teaching us.
Okay. Okay, so this is about acceptance, but also awareness of what the reality of this world is.
Yes.
So okay, this is interesting. This is interesting. I guess many of you who are following us right now are out there and they are experiencing conflicts in their daily lives. And so we hear now that reading Bhagavad Gita, even though it's a text very ancient, from 5,000 years ago, can still bring wisdom, and we can apply that wisdom into our daily life.
Yes.
Is that what the seminar is about? Solving conflict through the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, I'm using the principles of Bhagavad Gita, but I'm also using professional resolving tools to help people to be better equipped for any kind of reverses in their lives.
Okay. What do you mean by professional tools?
Well, because besides being a monk, I'm also a trained mediator with more than a decade of practices, and I've helped many dozens of people and resolved conflicts on many different levels, starting from very basic ones between family members like husband and wife, children, parents, and going up to like very serious intra-group conflicts involving court cases and death threats and many years of history of escalation of the conflicts. And so yes, that I have experience in different fields in resolving. I know how it works practically.
Okay. So this is quite interesting because I guess some of us we might think that a monk, what does a monk know about conflict resolution, solving conflicts? But here we have a monk, a senior monk, renounced senior practitioner of Bhakti Yoga, who is not just a monk as that idea of monk that we might have of a person secluded in a monastery, in a forest, or in a cave in the Himalayas. We have a monk who is actually engaging in society, there for the people, acting as a mediator. So I guess spiritual life, as you are describing it, has also to do with helping others, and also is something that we put into practice in society. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course. Otherwise, like I have no conflicts in my life, so I'll be bored to death if I won't be able to help others. I need to do something to entertain myself.
All right. Okay. So that's I guess you are very, very elevated, very, very enlightened. Studying for so many years, you've reached a point where you really want to share your wisdom and you really want to help others. Is that an effect of spiritual practice after so many years?
Well, I mean, life without conflict is really just the beginning. There are so many more exalted lessons to learn from Bhagavad Gita. But yeah, this is the first, but nevertheless very important step, that we have zero conflicts in our lives, and then we are free to do positive work and help other people.
Wow. Okay, guys, so as you heard, we have the opportunity to hear now and more on Saturday morning in the seminar live without conflict from a person who's reached a state of spiritual happiness and self-awareness where there is no conflict. And of course, if we seek help, if we seek for a solution to our conflicts, we might want to hear from someone who's been through that and was risen above that. Because I also understand from reading the Bhagavad Gita that, as you mentioned also, that conflicts are inevitable, and duality is the essence of this material world. So could we maybe say that we should all develop the capacity to see conflicts as an opportunity to grow stronger? Is that correct?
Yeah, conflict is an energy, and energy can be destructive, but it can be very useful as well. And so, like electric energy, if we put a plug in a socket, we can get benefit, but if we put a finger in that same socket, we'll get an electric shock.
Right.
So it's just a matter of knowing how to deal with the energy. And so conflict is a destructive energy, and so it's only the matter of redirecting that energy, and it can serve in a very positive way.
Okay. So there is hope after all, because we live in today's world. Sometimes I have the perception that we go through so many conflicts. We hear of so many conflicts at the political level, societal level, and what to speak of our personal life, and so we can say that conflict can be used, can be lived through as a way to learn more and to grow stronger and wiser. But also my question would be, why are there so many conflicts both within us and outside us? Are these conflicts related? What we experience within us, within our mind, we might get depressed, we might feel negative, and the conflicts outside, are they related? Is the situation in the world related to our inner situation? If that makes sense?
Yes, of course, that if we have inner conflict, then outer world is responding accordingly. We are attracting the kind of situation which is really just a reflection of our inner world.
Okay.
If I feel negative about someone, then this negative feeling might be reflected in my words and actions, and it should not be a surprise that people respond towards me in a very negative way. So yes, we carry our world with us.
We carry our world with us. This is quite of a profound statement.
Yeah,
We carry our world.
everyone is living in a completely different reality. You can see even in the wealthiest country like UK, there are so many people who are, living very miserable lives. And in the worst kind of countries, torn by wars or whatever, you have tons of people who live, very nicely.
Wow.
So there are like multiple realities,
Mm.
and everyone, yes, lives in one's own reality. So it's the question of creating our own reality, and if it is big enough, we can invite other people into it.
Wow, this is amazing. Okay, we can change our own reality, starting from our inner self. Is that correct?
Yes.
And if we manage to do that, we can eventually invite other people to partake of our own reality.
Yeah.
This is a very profound and blissful message. So where do we start from? That would be my question. Because we might be living in London. We're in London right now. We might be very busy every day. We might be stressed. We might feel anxiety because we need to catch up with all our duties, and where do we start from?
Yeah, we have different components to ourselves. Many people know that we have our gross body, but then we have our minds and intelligence and identity. And so we need to realign ourselves properly, that starting with our physical body and the ancient science of yoga can actually help us to do certain practices which can help us to be calm under any pressure. And there are certain ways to realign our minds and our intelligence and our ego in the same way. And so if we are properly equipped, then we would not be stressed or depressed in any circumstances.
Wow, did you guys hear that? If we are properly equipped, we wouldn't feel any stress, any anxiety in any circumstance.
Yeah.
This is quite appealing. I myself becoming more and more interested in taking part in the seminar on Saturday morning. And by the way, feel free to subscribe to the seminar. You can sign up for the seminar right now. You find the link in the comment section below. And we're all waiting for you. And spread the word, invite your friends, invite your loved ones. Bhakti Rasayana Sagar Maharaj, Swami Maharaj will be leading the seminar. And I would have a few more questions for you, Maharaj, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to know a little more about this seminar. Is this going to be just theory, or maybe you're also going to relate to your practical experience on the field, and also you're gonna teach us a few very useful tips and tricks that we can apply into our daily life?
Yeah, of course, we'll be sharing certain practical tools with the practitioner, with the participants of the seminar, which they can apply in a quite easy way. It's our money back guarantee that it will have very tremendous impact on their lives.
Tremendous impact on our lives. Okay, so easy tips that will have a tremendous impact on our lives. So that sounds too good to be true.
Well,
what's your secret?
I have plenty of experience, and I take it as part of my personal mission to make difficult things easy for people, because this is the world we are living in, and many people don't have time or strength to do difficult things, so I'm trying to make it as easy as possible.
Wow. Okay, so I guess many people who follow you or who are taking the nectar of your teachings might feel very grateful to you. Is that correct?
I've managed to change a few people's lives, and I'm quite happy about it.
Okay. So guys, I think we heard from Swami tonight, and this is very inspiring, and the seminar is very promising. Please feel free all to sign up straight away and take this great opportunity. And one last question, maybe for you, Maharaj. If you could give, I know many people I met in the streets, many people I know they are struggling, but they might not be aware. So I'm sure that I would like to invite many people to your seminar on Saturday, but I'm sure that even if I do that, they wouldn't accept it. They wouldn't accept the invitation. They wouldn't, because they're not aware that they're going through a conflict. How do we deal with such people?
Well, you can only help those who are interested to be helped, and for many people, conflicts and grudges and resentments and depressions and stress is very obvious, and I'll be surprised if people who are experiencing that would not be interested to have practical tools how to deal with it.
Okay. So practical tools. Because sometimes we think of monks or religious people, spiritual people being quite lost in their spiritual practice. But here we're talking about practical tools, daily life tips to be put into practice and transform one's life.
Yeah.
Okay. I really want to thank you, Maharaj, for your time.
Thank you.
And we feel very grateful. We look forward to Saturday morning for the seminar. And everyone is invited. Please feel free to sign up and come meet us, meet the renounced monk Bhakti Rasayana Sagar Swami, and let's all transform our lives. Hare Krishna. See you later, guys.